Learn smart, be wise. Learn with Sudip Tech Learning. Press the red button to subscribe. Like the video, share the video with friends and family.
Hello everyone. Today in this video of SSC Mathematics full year revision at one shot, we are going to discuss the entire year syllabus. I'm not going to show you all by solving the equations or solving the sums, but I'm actually going to discuss the important topics. I'm going to tell you all what is important and what is almost 80% sure to come for board exams. Okay. Now, before I start this video, firstly, I'm telling that I'm doing this video in respect to NCRT portion and more specifically Goa board, but it doesn't actually matter because entire country is using the same NCRT portion and the level of weightage of marks is almost the same. There is a little bit of difference would be there here and there, but the importance of the topics which is given, it is same everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to discuss those important topics. It is going to help you a lot for your SSC board exams. Now here you can see the marks distribution. I've seen all the there are 15 chapters in total, and you can see I have highlighted 3 chapters. Now these 3 chapters are very important. They are very high scoring chapters. They are easy chapters also. R of linear equation in two variables, it is for 10 marks, and 10 marks is not a joke. It is a very big number. Okay, so let's start with the first chapter. First chapter is real numbers. Real numbers serve the important chapter because this is a small chapter but scoring chapter. How? Because the question that comes in the chapter is proving irrational number. This is favorite question of the paper setter. Proving that root 3 is irrational or root 2 is irrational. This is coming every year. I'm telling you, this is coming every year, and it is not for 1 or 2 marks, it is coming for 4 marks. So if you know how to solve this question, you are directly getting those 4 marks. Okay, so you have to learn. There are steps, proper steps. Your teacher must have showed you how to solve it. So you learn those all the steps properly, and you have your 4 marks with you. Okay, if this question doesn't come, there is another question which comes saying that consider a irrational number and prove other numbers. For example, I'm telling you this. Assume root 2 to be irrational and prove 3 plus 5 root 2 as irrational. Now again, this is similar to the showing as root 3 is irrational, root 2 is irrational. But there are here and there some steps. This also would be, you have to learn how to do this type of problem also. Okay, because this again will come for 4 mark terms. Okay, you can directly score them. Now other than this 4 mark question, this can be coming for 2 marks. Express number as product of its prime factors. Now you know how to express a number as a product of its prime factors. Okay, I'll tell you how it is. I'll just show one step. See, this 336, which is the example given here. I'll use that one only. All you have to do is you have to do prime factorization. Now this is 2 1 2, carry over 1 here, and this is 2 6 12, again carry 1 8, and you have to go on doing prime factorization like this. Okay, like this you have to go on doing, and finally you will get sets of this number, sets of 2. So how many times that number is repeating, that you have to write here. Okay, so 2 to the power of the number of time it is coming, and other numbers into what, say suppose 3 is coming. So this is the way you can express the number as the product of its prime factors. Okay, this is very easy. It can come for 2 marks, and you can easily score it. Okay, next thing is finding LCM or HCF, lowest common multiple or highest common factor. This we are learning since last 2 years also in 9th standard, 8th standard. So this is not difficult or something new. Okay, and one more thing along with it can come is verify HCF into LCM is product. Again, you can just find these two and then put in this equation and verify it. It is very simple. Okay, so this chapter is done. Moving to chapter number 2. This is polynomials. Now polynomials chapter is a little bit lengthy, a little bit tricky chapter, but there are very easy parts in this chapter. For example, finding zeros of a polynomial. This is the main story of this chapter, finding zeros. Okay, and finding zeros is not difficult only when equation is given. For example, this x square plus 7x plus 12. you have to solve this equation. How to solve? Just splitting the middle term. It is as simple as that. Okay, we are doing this in 9th standard. Again, it is same thing. Splitting the middle term, solve it. I have given the answers for this. You can try out this example. Solve, find the zeros. Along with that, there is one more thing that I have asked is verify the relation of zeros and coefficients. What is the relation of zeros and coefficient? Sum and product. You know, sum and product, there is equation. Alpha into beta is equal to C by A. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus B by A. Now, what are alpha and beta? Alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. And C, A, B, C, D. What is this? A, B, C, D is nothing but the coefficients of this. Okay. Now, this is again very easy. You have to just substitute and find the answer. Okay. Now, another type question, given two zeros, find other two zeros. Now, this question can come for 4 marks or 3 marks. For example, like this. X raised to, given a polynomial, x raised to 4 plus 5x cubed plus 3x plus 15x minus 18 minus 15x minus 18. The two zeros are given to you, root 3 and minus root 3, and you have to find the other two zeros. Okay. Now, I have given this answer. You can try it out. This is an important type of question. For this to solve, you have to first know what is degree of a polynomial. What is degree of a polynomial? The highest power of that polynomial is the degree of that polynomial. Okay, it is as simple as that. Now you have to solve this problem. Find two zeros, find other two zeros are given, and find other two zeros. You have to know what is division algorithm, and you have to know how to divide two polynomials. If you know to divide two polynomials, you can solve this question. So that is something you have to know. Okay, then you can solve this question. So these are some of the important topics from this chapter. It can also come as this. You can see p of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. So something to show this can also come. Okay, it can come for 2 marks, or some big problem directly giving you a complex polynomial. Can for a complex means it's not a big polynomial. Highest you all can get is of degree 4. Okay, something like that is coming. It can come for 4 marks, otherwise 3 marks or 2 marks. Okay, moving on to chapter number 3. Chapter number 3 is pair of linear equations in two variables. This is, I first only highlighted it as an important chapter for 10 marks. 10 marks is not a joke. I am repeating again. And there is nothing, new in this chapter whenever you are skipping from one topic to another topic. Okay, graph method, elimination method, substitution method, cross multiplication, all are used to solve a pair of linear equation. Okay, for example, I have given this pair of linear equation, x plus y equal to 4, x minus 5y equal to 1. Okay, I can solve this pair of linear equation by this method, by this method, by this method, and also by this method. All 4 methods. Now, from this, graph method is very, very important. It is coming. It is a sure shot question for 4 marks. Again, I am telling this is coming for 4 marks, and 4 marks is a big thing. You can directly score graph method. Just learn how to plot graph, and it is very simple then afterwards. Okay. Second thing is elimination method. Very easy method to solve. You have to just put both the equation together, and there is a proper method. I'm not discussing that over here, but this is very easy elimination method, and it is coming for 3 marks. It is occurring every year, mostly every year it is occurring, and you can score this 3 marks. So see, this is a big chapter, but the good part of this chapter is most of the things that are coming because these things are repeating in this chapter. Okay, and it is a simple chapter also to score. So this, you have to focus on this chapter. I would suggest everyone to focus on this chapter a lot. 10 marks you're getting directly, and easy topics. Now, most of the time what happens is elimination, substitution method, and cross multiplication method. Among this, option is there. Mostly elimination method comes, but sometimes if it doesn't come, you, in order to be on the safer side, I would tell you to also know about substitution method. Know to use substitution method. It is simple. You have to just substitute those things. And okay, cross multiplication method also you can do, but it is a little lengthier, and it is not difficult, but it is a little lengthier part. Okay, this is one part of this. 4, 5, 6, 7 marks. The remaining 3 marks, it can come as a word problem. Word problems, there are different types. There is age problems, fraction problems, speed, digit problems, simple items problems. Simple items in the sense, say there are 4 chairs and 4 tables and something related like that. Okay, but the important part for word problems everywhere, maybe it be anywhere in algebra, word problems, if you can get the equation correct, no, you can solve any word problem very easily. Because see, you know these methods, you know graph method, you know elimination method, you know, okay, you know elimination method. So once you get the equation, you can easily solve it. Okay, the challenge is to get the equation. Okay, what you can do for this, you have to solve a lot of problems. Solving is the thing. Okay, just solve problems, solve. Now how you can solve, there are many preparatories you can solve from there. And you can also contact me. Now I have in the description, you can description box, you can check, I have put my email ID there. You want more problems, you want this PDF, this entire video I will make it as a PDF and also share with you all. If you all want, just put a message on there, on the email, on my email, just email me and I will send you this. If you want extra method to solve, extra word problems to solve, I am ready to give it to you. Okay, only thing you have to do is put a message to me on my Gmail. Okay, so moving on to next chapter, that is the quadratic equation chapter. Now, quadratic equation chapter and polynomials chapter, the chapter 2, these are linked to each other. How they are linked? You know, quadratic equation is itself a polynomial of degree 2. Okay, the degree of this quadratic equation is 2, therefore it is called a quadratic equation. Okay, now it is a polynomial. In polynomials, what we used to do, we used to find zeros. Here what we have to do, we have to find roots. It is same thing. It is the same thing. Finding the roots and finding zeros is the same thing, only I think here we equate it to 0. Okay, now there are various methods. Again here there are 3 methods: see, factorization method, completing the square method, quadratic formula method. Now among this, factorization method is the easiest one. Okay, easiest one, and you can score 3 marks here directly. This is, I have said, very important. I'm telling you, this is coming for 3 marks and you have to study it. Very simple. Splitting the middle term, do it and done, you're getting a 3 marks. Again, there is a choice between this 3. Mostly factorization come and it is easy, but you can also know for your safety, if it doesn't come, these 2 also you have to know about it. Okay, I'm not saying they are not important, I have put here in this video, so they are important, these 2. Okay, so you have to know about them. Now one more thing from this chapter that can come is find a discriminant of the, for quadratic formula method you have to know how to find a discriminant. So okay, one more question can also come to find discriminant, so you have to know about that also. Again, in this chapter you can have word problems. Word problems is not difficult to get, only if you can get the equation. I have already told you all about this. You have to get the equation and everything is easy then afterwards. So that was everything from the chapter 4. Moving on to chapter 5, arithmetic progressions. We call it AP. Now this chapter was in detail discussed in 9th standard. Okay, you all must be remembering that it was AP in 9th standard purely discussed. Now this is in 10th standard, it is a much simpler and more easier topics are there in this. You know, finding terms of AP, either missing ones or arbitrary terms. If, for example, a series is given to you 1, 2, 3, then the middle number is not given, the other numbers are given. So you have to find that missing term. Okay, this is very easy. There is a proper formula for it. You have to know that formula, study that formula, and done. Okay. Now, sum of first n terms. This is important question, and this is coming mostly for exams. Most of the time this has come. You have to know this equation very well. Sn equal to n upon 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into alpha. What is Sn? Sn is nothing but the sum of n terms. Okay, what is n terms? Sum of first n terms. If you are given a set, say there are 10 terms, so sum of those 10 first terms you have to find. Okay, then that is Sn. N is what? N is the number of terms. N is number of terms. So there are 10 terms, then you n equal to 10 you will put. A is the first term. First, if there are 10 numbers, what is the first term that you will put? That is the A. Okay, and is again the number of terms. Alpha is the common difference. You have to know about this also. That is the common difference. What is common difference? The second term minus first term. Okay, if you have second term minus first term, that itself is your common difference. Nothing big thing. Okay, again word problems come in this chapter. These word problems are a little bit trickier, but again the same thing I would tell here. Once you get the equation, you can solve word problems anywhere, anyhow. Okay, again if you want more word problems on this chapter also, I have a lot of stuff with me. Just put a message to me on my Gmail account, which I have already shared my email there in my description. You can check there and you can always message me on Gmail. Other than that, if you are having any problems with this video or not understood anything, you can also put your queries in the comment box. I will always see to that I can reply to your comments. Now, chapter number 6. I have already highlighted this chapter as important before starting the video in the marks distribution tab. This has 7 marks, and 7 marks is a big thing. Now, 7 marks is there, but this chapter I am telling you again has very easy topics like this one. Proof of basic proportionality theorem. We call it BPT. This is very easy. There are steps for this. You have to just follow those easy steps. Okay, just 4 or 5 steps are there for this proof, and this chapter is mostly solving proofs only. Okay, then second thing is area of similar triangles. Again, this is not difficult. You have to study. See, I'm again and again saying this is not difficult, this is not difficult. You all must be thinking that I'm saying that everything is not difficult, and yes, it is true. Nothing is difficult. Okay, you have to take a little bit of more, I won't say hard work, smart work here. Learn according to time. Okay, fix your own time. Don't be more with just sitting with books and doing nothing. You have to sit with books, sit for limited time. I won't say sit continuously, sit for limited time and work for what you want to do. Okay, then only you can solve. For maths you have to solve a lot. Okay, proofs, these proofs which are there, you have to again and again solve them so that you have the habit of solving it, and whenever you see the question you can directly go and burst off the answer. Okay, now these 3 proofs I have purposely shown it together. Among these 3, one is a sure shot question. Therefore I have see everywhere I have written very important, very important, and very important, because among you have to know all these 3, because you never know which is going to come, but one from this is surely coming for 3 marks. 3 marks directly you can get. This is just proof they are same, no changes. Once you study them, it remains same. Okay, now, other than this, what you have to know in this chapter is criteria for similar triangle. Right, you have learned about congruency of triangles in 9th standard. Now here you have to know about similarity of triangles. There is AAA, that is angle criteria. There is SSS, then SAS criterion. These are again, you by looking at the short forms only you can directly say what they are. Okay, so you have to know this. Why you have to know this? Because fill in the blanks can come based on this. Okay, or you, this is going to be useful for rider question. Rider question is something all find difficult, but it is, I'm telling you, not difficult at all. Okay, rider questions if you know all these four things above, you can all these four things above, you can surely crack the rider question. Rider question, because everyone is saying that it is a difficult, and it has become a mindset of student that rider questions are difficult. But if you know how to solve rider question, just try it, just sit and try to solve. Again, for rider question, if you want, you can, again, as I told you, email me, I will send you, I have a lot of stuff with me. Okay, now what I was saying about rider question. Now, rider questions, you have to solve a lot. Okay, without solving, you cannot create a habit of solving them. Okay, otherwise, when you see something in the examination, you see, oh, this is a rider question, and you there only get scared of it and leave it as it is. But if you are constantly solving problems, solving rider question, then during exam time it becomes very easy for you and you can crack that answer easily. Now, apart from all this thing, one more thing I want to tell you is fill in the blanks can come based on this area of similar triangles. Okay, now given a area of one triangle, find the area of a triangle. So there are, if you see preparatories and all, so old question papers, you will find this fill in the blank based on this thing comes mostly. Okay, so you have to know about that also. So this is a 7 marks chapter, a big chapter, a lot of things in this and a lot of scoring things in this. Okay, next chapter is coordinate geometry. Now, coordinate geometry is a little bit a small chapter. Little difficult topics are there in this, but if you know them well, you can understand it. Distance formula is very important in this chapter. uh, to solve say anything between 2 points, you have to know distance formula. Okay, because a very big problem can also come in this chapter, but the basis stands in distance formula. Distance of a point from origin, again, this also there is a formula, you have to learn about this formula. 13, to show that three given points are colon. This is a repetitive question, this is coming. They have to always know when given three points and you have to prove that they are collinear. Means you are given, say, this point is there, this point is there. I hope you can see. I'll make it a little darker. Okay, this point is here, this point is here, and there is this point. Okay, you have to show that these points are collinear. What is the meaning of collinear? It is, okay, my line is not straight. You have to show that they are in a straight line. How you will show that they are straight line? Consider this as A, this as B, and say this as C. Okay, all you have to do is find a distance between AB. For this, what you want to do, you will use distance formula. That's why I'm telling distance formula is important. Okay, you will find distance between these two, then you will find distance between BC. Okay, then you will find distance between A and C. And how you will verify that they are collinear? You will add AB plus BC. You will add this AB plus you will add this BC. What you will get is AC. If you are getting the answer as AC because it's a complete line, then you can show that these points are collinear. It is as simple as that. Okay. So these are some of the important topics from this. Okay. One more thing left. It is the section formula. Section formula, finding that M. Okay. The section formula can have two things: internal division, external division. Okay, now moving on to the next chapter, introduction to trigonometry. Now this is a difficult chapter according to students, but it is not difficult, I'm telling you all. Okay, again I'm saying that it is not difficult, and you all will be saying, okay, he started this again. It's saying that this chapter is not difficult. In fact, I'm telling you trigonometry is the easiest chapter. Only thing, because this has been introduced for the first time to y'all directly in the 10th standard, and it is coming as something difficult. Okay, and you all are labeling it like that, but it is not difficult. There is simple concept in this one table and these identities. The chapter is done, I'm telling you. If you know this table well, anyhow, there are many tricks your teacher must have taught you, or you must have uh, by yourself gathered some way to know about this, to study this, to learn this. table, because this table is very important. Your entire chapter is based on this table. If you know this table well, your introduction to trigonometry lesson is over. And alongside, you have to know this identities. Okay, these are identities, few identities that you have to know. And if you know this, again I'm telling the same thing, your chapter is done. See, trigonometric ratios, very very important. There is nothing but this table. Okay, and identities, if you know this, everything in this chapter is based on this. Okay, now one more thing that comes, given one ratio of an acute triangle, find the remaining ratios. Now for this, what you have to know, what is sine, what is cos, what is tan, what is cosec, what is sec, what is cot. There are only this much thing. If you know this, that sine is opposite of an hypotenuse, you know all the things, you are done with this chapter. I'm telling you, see how fast I finish with this chapter, because it is very easy. Only thing you have to know this table and these identities and you are done. Okay, moving on to chapter 9 now, some applications of trigonometry. Now this chapter is only for 3 marks, and mostly a 3 marks word problems comes. Now for this, again what I'm telling you is important to know is this table. Now you are already studying this table for introduction of trigonometry chapter, so you are already knowing this. Only thing you have to apply it here now. Again I'm telling, there are many students who leave trigonometry chapter, leave this chapter, both the chapter of trigonometry. I'm telling you, don't leave it, because this is very scoring. Only you have to do is study this table. Okay, if you are studying this table, everything rest is very easy for you. Okay, what comes in this chapter is a 3 marks word problem. Now the key to solve this problem is identify what is given to you. If you can identify and actually be there in that diagram what is given there, or the question that has been given, you can be inside it, I'm pretty sure you can solve that question very easily. The important ratios that you need to know is of sine, cos and tan. Okay, why I'm telling you this only to know, because actually you have to know everything, but if you know this, you can know this three, because there's just the reciprocal of that. Okay, so you have to know this. But 30, 60, 90, very very important. Others are also important. I don't say that you all don't study that, but for solving application of trigonometry, mostly this is used. Okay, mostly the tower problems come, or some car problem, or some viewing side of view. Okay, angle of deviation, angle of side, that is important to know. Okay, only these things is there from this chapter. Chapter number 10, circles. Circle chapter has total of 12 theorems. Now I won't go into detail of all these theorems. There are properties of circles that you need to know. Now, only thing I would suggest for this chapter is go through the summary. This photo is, I have extracted this photo from the textbook, Ncert textbook, which we are using for maths. The summary of that chapter gives you all the important things which are there. Okay, this is there in your textbook, just go through it, and you have to know all the 12 theorems. Okay, some of these theorems come maybe for fill in the blanks or maybe for proof, but these are important as well. And the most important thing I would suggest is read the summary. Okay, you have to actually read the summary of all chapters. Okay, this becomes very, because all the things done in the chapter is summarized in the short manner in this um, point manner after every chapter ends in your textbook. If you see a NCERT textbook, okay, but for this chapter I am stressing to see the summary, because most of the important points are laid in this summary. Chapter 11, construction. Now construction chapter is a scoring chapter, very easy. If your teacher has taught you all well how to construct it, because it is not difficult to construct. There are only few types of constructions. Division of a line segment. Now why I'm included this point is you have to know division of line segment. How you are going to know about division of line segment? It is first only taught dividing a line. Okay, see this figures, and these are the two important questions that are coming. Now there are four types of constructions, but only two, of triangle and of a circle that comes. Okay, now for triangle, what it comes, you have to draw a similar triangle to a given triangle. So you're given a ABC triangle, you have to draw A dash B dash C dash triangle. Now these can be two types, interior and exterior. The new triangle that is given to you to draw can come inside and or it can come outside. How you will identify it? You can identify it based on the ratio that it is given to you. Okay, based on the ratio you can identify that. Then third thing is construct tangent to a circle. Now this is the another construction for circle. You have to draw a circle and draw tangent to those circle. Okay, now this tangent drawing circle, that this can also be of three types. Exterior, from a point which is at the exterior. Okay, now from a point you have to draw tangent to the circle. That point can be inside the circle, that point can be outside the circle, or that point can be on the circle itself. Okay, all this different thing, there are different types of methods which are already uh, told to you by your teachers. You'll know it, you have to just study them, just know them, and 3 marks question, you can easily get those 3 marks for you. Okay, areas related to circles. Now areas related to circles, I would suggest that you have to know area of all geometric spaces. Why I'm saying all geometric shapes? Because when you're solving areas related to circle, when you're finding area of circle, the problems, the type of problems that come for board exams are not simple problems that tell you only to find area of circle. That circle is either inscribed in some other shape or it is attached to some other shape. So you have to first find the area of that shape and then compute the area of that circle. So for that you have to know area formula for all the geometric shapes. If not all, some important shapes which are there like square, rectangle, trapezium, rhombus, parallelogram. Of these, area formula you have to know. Perimeter and area of circle, semicircle and segment of a circle. Now these are all areas related to circle and all the parameters related to circle. So all things which are mentioned in this chapter, you have to learn all those things. Okay. Now, how to solve this question? The easy and simple trick is interpret the shape. How that sometimes, as I already told, shapes are mixed. A circle is inscribed in a triangle, in a rectangle, then again again it is attached to a square. So different types of shape are mixed together and you are told to find area of some small part of it. So you have to interpret what that shape is, then apply formula accordingly and you can solve them. Moving on to chapter number 13. Chapter number 13 is surface areas and volumes. Now, surface areas and volumes, I would give you this long list of formula. Okay, you will say this is a long list of formula, and finally you will come to a conclusion that okay, I'll skip this chapter. You don't have to do this. You don't have to skip chapters because in this chapter word problem is coming, and at least you have to know this formula. Okay, so that even if you cannot find the final answer, at least write formula and you can get marks for that formula writing. Okay, but which one to find, which one you should write? For that you have to interpret the word problem. Okay, read the word problem carefully, try to understand it, try to see the shape if the diagram is given, and you can easily solve this question then afterwards. Okay, now you have to, I don't say that you have to learn all this, but I also don't say that you don't have to learn. You have to know there are important things like these using things are very simple. Cuboid, cube, you can know it, but cylinder is important, cone is important, sphere is important, hemisphere is important. Okay, frustum rarely comes, but it can come. So In fact, I have told you to study everything. So, but this table is important. Okay. And along with this, 1 mark short questions also come. Now, what a 1 mark short question? Again, as I told, you have to know the formula. So, something related to this formula may, this means I'm just underlining. Anything, any formula can be chosen, and a small word problem or a small fill in the blank can be framed so that it can come for 1 mark. So, you have to know all this thing. In this chapter, only thing you have to remember this formula and apply them. Chapter number 14, statistic. Now, statistic itself is a very big branch. Okay, but here what we learn or what we expect for board is mean, mode, median. Okay, for this to know, you have to understand what is the class mark. Okay, now after knowing class mark, now solving the mean, there are methods. These are the methods: by direct method, by assume mean method, or by step deviation method. Now every method has its special type of solving. There are separate steps for each type of method. Okay, one question is sure shot for 4 marks. I'm telling you, 4 marks. Among this three, one is coming for sure. So you have to know which one. I can't tell, but these three are important. I'm telling you to know all these three. Okay. Okay, mostly if this method comes now, it can come for maybe 2 or 3 marks. But if assume mean method is coming, or step deviation is coming, step deviation if it is coming for 4 marks for sure. Apart from this, mean of ungrouped data. Ungrouped data means there is a collection of data and you have to find mean of it. Okay, how? This is a simple 9 standard 8 standard statistic problem. How you can find it? Just add them all and divide it by the number of terms. Okay, it is as simple as that. Finally, reaching to chapter 15 and the last chapter, that is probability. Probability is all about writing things which come in mind on paper. Now, these are things which you have to know. These are facts, they are not changing, and these are coming for 1 mark questions. Okay, probability of sure event is 1, probability of impossible event is 0. Okay, then probability of not an event is 1 minus probability of event. These are three main things which I am telling you can come for 1 mark questions, and with this only you can actually solve the other 2 marks or 3 marks question, because if you don't know this you cannot solve them. Okay, now what problems come for probability for 2 marks or 3 marks? What are the type of question? These are the similar old dice event, card event, or coin event type question. Okay, now if you want to solve this event and score marks, what you have to do, you have to do nothing. You have to just know some parameters of dice, like how many numbers are in the dice, how many sides. There are 6 sides. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then you have to know how many odd, how many even numbers. This is something that you want to know about dice. And about cards, you have to know how many total number of cards are there, how many. 52 cards are there. Then how many types of card? 4 types of cards are there. Okay, then 4 types are there, so how many in each? 13 13 13 13. So you have to know this thing. Then again, what are the different colors? Black cards, red cards. Okay, so if you divide into 2, then what is the one pack of red card having? 26 cards. So these are some of the basic things that you have to know. Then you have to know the names of the card, like spade, diamond. Okay, then again you have to know king. Okay, what are the thing? King is there is jack. You have to know this thing. Okay, then only you can solve. If you don't know what are there in cards, what is card consisting of, then you cannot solve. Okay, then third thing is coin type events. Coin type events, you have to know there is a head, there is a tail, it is tossed once or tossed twice. Find the probability. Okay, these are the types of question that are coming. Now I think we have almost reached the end of this video. Again, I am telling you all that if you have any doubts, anything that you all have not understood, You all can always, or anything where I've gone wrong by mistakenly, I've done some mistake, please let me know in the comment box. And all the I would say all the best to all of you, because you all, this is a very important year for you all. SSC, your family has a lot of expectation from you, but remember that you know your potential. You have to work smart. A little bit extra work you have to do now, because uh, I've already shown you what are the important topics. Work on it, solve. I've already told, if you have lack of material, contact me. I've given my email ID to you all. Contact me through it. Just put anything you put, type a message. Okay, I'll respond to you. I'll get in touch with you. I'll help you in getting good marks. You can score well. Okay, so with this, again, wishing you all the best, and I hope you all have liked this video. If you have liked this video, please hit a like for this, and share with your friends. Let them also know about this. Let them also get some gist of important questions which are there, and also share with your family, which family and friends which are going to go in SSC in future, and they might also need this type of videos. And I'm going to do more videos, some detailed videos of each chapter. Okay, well, this was my first video and I'm attempting this. So if you are, again, I'm telling you, if you have any doubts, you can always put them in your comment box. Okay, finally, I will tell you all to subscribe to my channel for more stuff, and I'll be always there creating a lot of good and informative and educative stuff for all of you. Okay,